You said the agreement so far, the only thing you don't like is what exactly? I haven't reviewed it, so I don't know. I know we discussed 6 months, but she put it in 12 months or.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I need, like, I've been clear that I need that, as it's stated in here, that balloon,
Yeah.
um, for, to be able to go to closing on a new place.
Right, to put down on your new property, yeah.
Right.
So what's your concern though?
That, in 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, say it's exactly 6 months and that's when we close on my new place.
Okay.
At that time, I can't be going to closing $20,000 short because I don't have that additional money.
Got it. So one question for me, right? Are you going to start the process of buying your property before the 6 month or at the 6 month mark? Is when you start like
Before,
going through the loan process I'm talking about.
before.
Okay, before. Okay. So by the 6 month might be the time you're supposed to close.
That's the goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So here's the thing, right? So and you may have to help me out here. Remember, I said when I buy like this, basically is a marriage, right? So you may have to help me here and see what's the best solution, obviously, because there's only so many different things we can do. We kind of have to do a trade-off a little bit here, right? So
Mhm.
if you're asking us to leave you in the property, which is not an issue at all, but the trade-off we're doing is that we're not bringing any income for 6 months,
Right.
right? So you being in the property stop us from bringing income. That means for us also to go to our private lenders and say, hey, give me money for this property right now. Like we have nothing to show for it to say, hey. So one thing, the same way, like when you're gonna go buy your property, let's say it was an investment property, the bank they want to see income, right? Because they're like, okay, if I lend you this money, how are you paying me back every single month, right? It's the same thing with our private lenders. Like, okay, Mamadou, I'm gonna give you 40 grand. Where is the cash flow that's paying me every single month, right? I cannot justify it by just saying, oh yeah, the property looks pretty. That kind of makes sense, right? So we have to show some income. So if we're leaving you in, that means we're trading 6 month income that we're not getting. We're just covering the expenses. Okay. So I need to show some sort of income to my partners. Now the goal is definitely to cash you out within the 6 month span because even for us it helps us. But I guess one question that I'll have for you is why don't we maybe try to see, okay, hey, how about if you can push it maybe just a little bit over in terms of the money we bring into the table, right? And then instead of staying in the property because you're gonna buy in 6 months, why not rent something maybe cheaper? Like what's the let me ask you first one question first. Is there a reason why you guys want to stay specifically in that property?
Because, we've got dogs and kids and everything, and that's
Oh,
where we are now.
gotcha. Okay. So it's way easier because it's hard to kind of find housing if you have dogs. And how big is your family?
I've got a son and two dogs and my wife.
Okay, I see. Okay. So that makes sense. So which is fine again, right? So here I'm asking you to help me think, see maybe what you're thinking and see if that kind of makes sense. But for me is either I need to show some sort of income for them to so ideally, let's say we say less than 12 months, but I would say, hey, on paper, okay, by the way, what's gonna happen is I am going to market the property before the 6 months to my private lenders with projections.
Right.
Now, projections are completely different with facts, right? So facts is, can I show at least 2 months of where the property performed and showed cash flow? So that's why I said I would last time when we talked, I said, okay, I'll be able to do that once you guys vacate. I'm probably gonna need 2 weeks to furnish the property, then put somebody in. So give me like a month, boom. I can show, hey guys, here it is. Like we have the proof this property performs. No problem. Bring the 40 grand. Now it doesn't mean by then, because remember, we're actively doing business, right? It doesn't mean by then we wouldn't have done like fix and flips and all these things where we can just write you a check ourselves and replace ourselves later. So our goal is to replace you within the 6 month span, but I'm just being completely upfront with you that it's kind of I'm in kind of a difficult situation to where if I'm not bringing any income, but you're also asking me to cash, like to completely guarantee that at the 6 month I'm not gonna need at least 2 months extra. Uh, uh, that's gonna be a difficult one. So I don't know. Help me out. What what do you think we can 12 months definitely that's out of the question, but I will definitely need at least an extra 2 months to show some income on the property if you guys gonna occupy for the 6 months.
What if I was able to, during my 6 month period,
Mm-hmm.
be able to, through that, show show for your lenders
Mm-hmm.
income?
That would be fantastic. That would solve the problem.
So, I mean, because that basically, if we were at $3,000 a month
Mm-hmm.
times 6 months, that's 18,000 versus the 16.5 we were talking about.
Right, right.
Is that a number that?
Yeah, because let me see, it was 2,600 your monthly, correct? Okay, 2,600. Let's say minus $3,000. That's gross. That's $400. So if we can make it to $600 gross cash flow, that would be better. So 3,200 instead.
If we could do that,
Mm-hmm.
would we need to be would we be able to do the full amount at closing without the balloon?
Repeat that. I'm not sure I'm grasping the question.
So like right now the total amount paid would be 50,000 up front,
Mm-hmm.
less the escrow,
Yeah.
and then a
Mm-hmm.
remaining 40.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be able to do the full 90 up front if I could do 3,200?
If you can do 3,200 from day one,
Yeah.
3,200 from day one. Let me see. We're talking about a 500 times 10%. No, the only thing I could do at that point is probably a 5K extra. Because remember, I'm already at the 10% without showing any income, right? So even though I'm showing income right now, so if I raise the $80,000, I'm selling it as a midterm, not as a traditional rental, right? I mean, even as a traditional rental, how much we said the rent is?
That put us at 3,200.
No, not what you pay, but let's say we put another tenant. How much was it? Is over that, right? It's definitely
Probably be 35 plus.
boom. There you go. So I cannot like basically show that right now, other than on projection and show like comparables online that hey guys, it does. The only thing right now we need to give the family time to move out. So I would say it's gonna be a tough sell for me to give you 87 upfront. By the way, if you're occupying the property, I don't even like to do it, and for obvious reasons also. I prefer holding some money back to until you move out, like to avoid the issue that I told you last time, where people have they no longer want to move for whatever reason, or it doesn't work out, and now we're stuck. So we'd rather retain some money anyway if you staying in the house until you vacate and we free everything, right? So I can push at that point. I can push the 50 a little bit, but I don't think I can go anything above 55 to start with. Yeah, but at that point, then yeah, at the 6 month mark, you're getting all of your remaining amount, 100%.
Okay. If we could adjust that and make it 32.
Okay, let me
with
3,200. Let me write that down. So 3,200, that would be from month one after closing, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, so boom, gonna have 32, and then full remaining due at the six months. Just so we just put 6 months balloon, and then so we're just gonna put okay, cool. From the day of escrow. Okay, is there anything else that I'm missing?
Because that's me on my, as far not me on my end, but coming in escrow.
Okay.
That's another $3,000. Could we meet in the middle on that maybe
In terms of the money that I'm retaining, or what do you mean?
terms of total money?
We
were talking about 2,700
right.
to 32.
Okay.
So that's $3,000 over that 6 months.
Okay.
Could the total dollar amount go from 90 to say 92?
In terms of the whole equity that I'm giving you? Got no, because remember I already gave you $3,000 extra last time. Because
Gotcha.
we were at 87 and I told you let's just round it up. I'll give you $30,000 more, which put us at 90, right? So
Gotcha.
that's been done already.
Gotcha. And then could that 50,000 go to 55?
Let me confirm that. Okay. I think I can make that happen. Hopefully the closing costs and everything don't kill us. But if they keep the closing costs below 5, then I'll get that for you, no problem. So that means 55 minus obviously what we retain in escrow. Okay. So 55 from the $90,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, boom.
Yeah, so that'd be $35,000 at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and then what would that 3,200 less or times 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
That's
put
19,200.
in my pocket at closing,
Right.
and then in 6 months it need be another 35.
Right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's everything said and done. That gives me 70,800.
Okay, cool. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, let me push for this. I think I can make this one happen, no problem.
Yeah, if we can get those changes,
Okay.
I should be good to sign.
All right, I'll have them edit it. I don't know if she's available right now because it's the weekend, but if she's not, I'll let you know. But she will edit it first thing this evening. I think she's out with family as well.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, Jacob. I'll talk to you in a few. All right, thank you, bro. All right. All right, guys, there you have it. When you're closing creative finance is a trade-off with the seller. This is my third call with the seller. It's funny because the first time that I talked to the seller, I told him no rush. Typically, in order for us to be under contract when we're buying creative, because it's a marriage, business marriage, meaning we're not buying it cash and then getting the key, giving you cash, and we're done. Creative finance, we're staying married. So every single month, we're still making payments on your behalf because this is a subject to transaction. And then because he's financing some of his equity, we still owe him money. So it's a marriage right here, right? So it's a trade-off. I give you, you give me. If you want to take away something from me, you have to give me back something. That's just how it works. All right, guys. So at this point, if you guys are watching this video, that means you should have already watched my 50-minute call with this guy, epic call. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below, and make sure you share this video so that people can benefit from this type of calls. Guys, stay bold and be bold. Keep that boom mindset. Remember to always be bold, brave, obsessed, optimistic, and have that abundance mindset. That's what the boom stands for. Boom, boom, boom.